In this episode of John's Arcade, we're going to do part number 2 of John's quest to get 100,000 points on Donkey Kong Jr. Then we're going to come back to the table and do viewer mail. And one more thing. Guys, we've got like about 10 days left. If you want a John's Arcade t-shirt, you got to order it now because once they're gone, they're gone. Go to teespring.com/John's Arcade. That's teespring.com/John's Arcade. All right, guys, let's get on with the show. Hey guys, we are in the basement and today we're gonna do a John's Quest 4 video, guys. That's right, we're revisiting the Quest 4 video series and this one's gonna be John's Quest 4 100,000 points in Donkey Kong Jr. And yes, it's true, I've never gotten 100,000 points in Donkey Kong Jr. and it's actually driving me crazy. So in this video, we're gonna make an attempt. This is attempt number 2. And by the way, I think you guys like these Quest 4 videos because I've had a lot of guys asking me, John, where are you gonna do more of these John's Quest 4 videos? Because I did stop, okay? And it's been over a month since we've done one of these videos, and I did it on purpose because some of the guys I think didn't like them because I understand it. It's kind of the same video over and over again, right? But that's kind of the point of this, I think, because I'm trying to get better at Donkey Kong Jr. and Donkey Kong. We're also doing Donkey Kong. And so I thought it would be great to kind of film my progress, okay? And I want to share it with you guys. And also I want to discuss high score strategies and stuff like that. And also, I know that some of you guys are playing along at home, trying to get better at these games also. Because I actually had a lot of people contact me and say, John, since your Donkey Kong Quest 4 video, I've been playing more and I'm getting better now. Thanks for doing the videos. So anyway, we're gonna continue this Quest 4 series, I promise you, but I probably will space them out, okay? It's not gonna be every single week, because I agree that could get a little old. So anyway, let's just get to work, okay? So we're gonna go over there, and we're gonna play some Donkey Kong Jr. And remember, we're trying to get 100,000 points, because I have never gotten 100,000 points. I don't know what's up with me. For some reason, this game is not clicking for me, and it never has, and I just have never gotten good at this game, and I've been playing this game since it came out. I mean, this is one of the games that I used to play at 7-Eleven when I was like, I don't know, 11 or something, and so I just have never gotten good at this for whatever reason, and so this is the second video. In the last video, I think I got about 35,000 points, okay, and I think we can do better in this video. So we're gonna try our hardest to come as close to 100,000 points as possible, and I am rusty at this game, like completely, so I really do need this practice, so why don't we just get to work here. I'm gonna set up the tripod, and let's play as some Donkey Kong Jr. And yes, by the way, this is a dedicated machine, original, dedicated with the original Nintendo 4-way joystick and the jump button and all that stuff. So anyway, all right, let's set up the tripod, and let's play us some Donkey Kong Jr. All right, guys, we got the tripod set up here, and full disclosure, I actually recorded 2 games already, and both times I died on the second chain level, okay? And I've only been able to get to about 35,000 points. So this is now the 3rd game I'm playing, and I really, really hope we have a good game here, because I want to show you guys a good game. I don't want to show you another game where I die on the second chain level and I end up with a score of 35,000 points. All right, so the first level is the vine level here, and try to get that red trap there, and let's just get the apple here. So if you guys have never played Junior, you know, you're trying to basically rescue Donkey Kong because evil Mario has captured him. So, all right. And the one thing to remember with these traps is that the blue ones fall off the vine and go into the water. The red ones turn around and come back up. So just pay attention to that when you're on the vines, because if you got a blue one underneath you, you don't have to worry so much because he's gonna go off the level. And I'm just gonna get out of here. I'm not even gonna point press, because usually I'll grab that apple and drop it on their heads, but all right, so we passed the first level, no big deal. So this is the first chain level, not really very hard. I can usually pass this every single time. It's that damn second chain level that really is my enemy right now. Now, normally on the later levels, I'll bring all of the chains up a little bit. On the early level, you don't have to do this so much, so I'm just gonna grab the ones that are closest to me first. you're completely safe on the bottom on the first time around. But later in the game, the birds will fly all the way to the bottom and you can't be down there. Alright, so I have to patiently wait here for an opening. Good, let's get out of here. Alright, so we've passed the first chain level, and we've rescued Donkey Kong. And no, the game's not over. So Mario chases him, Donkey Kong kicks him, which is kind of cute. And then now we go back to the vine level. I think it's kind of interesting that these games did the level progression like this. I mean, they basically came up with 4 unique levels, right? And instead of going 1, 2, 3, 4, they actually, you know, go 1, 2, 1, 3, you know. I kind of like that, actually. I mean, it's kind of a clever use of the same levels by just mixing them up a little bit. All right. All right, let's wait for this guy to get out of here. All right, I need an opening. I'm not point pressing. I just really want to get to the Mario's hideout. This game is just brutally hard. It really is. And the thing is, I've seen good guys play this before. And man, when they play it, it doesn't look brutally hard. And I got to figure out what it is that I'm not getting about this game. Because I've been playing this game for like 30 years. I cannot have a good game. A consistently good game. Every now and then I'll have some breakout game, but even then it's like, you know, 50,000 points. All right, so I'm going to wait for the highest bird to come across right there, and I'm going to come up. Now I'm going to go across. And now I'm going to hang out down here till the highest bird comes. Right to the, no, right. Where is he? Come on, high bird. Right there. Now you can come up a little bit and then go across. Whoa. All right. So the next level here is, this is it, guys. We have to pass this stupid second chain level. So I'm going to bring all these up a little bit. All right, give me an opening, please. Oh shit, I'm dead. Oh wow, it just missed me. I swear to God, my heart is racing right now. I want to pass this so bad. No. Oh my God, you know what? Let's just get out of here. Oh my God. We passed it, and we have 3 lives left. This is gonna be a decent game. Cross my fingers. So I think the next level is the vine level again. I think. Yeah, and then do we need to do the spring level after that? Oh God, I cannot tell you how relieved I am that I just passed that level. Like I said, this is the 3rd game I've played tonight, and didn't have very good luck. Son of a... my God. John, do not die on the vine level. I'm really stressing out here, man. Okay, so the next level I think is the spring level, and then we go to Mario's hideout. Oh no, Mario's hideout. Oh, keep going to Mario's hideout, guys. We made it. All right, so here it is. The elusive Mario's hideout. All right, so here's how it works. The blue sparks are gonna go down and, oh. All right, I really have to shut up. But the blue sparks are the one, they go down from level to level to level, and the orange ones just circle the platform. So I gotta be aware of that blue one right there. It's gonna go down. All right. So this is the hardest part right here. So I gotta wait for an opening and just go for it. Oh shit. I died. Oh my God. Well, we made it to Mario's hideout, guys. We're getting better. 43,900. So we're almost halfway to 100,000 points. I gotta tell you, this game, it's not fun to play. It's really not. It's making me angry. It really is making me mad. Anyway, all right, guys, let's go to the table, and you guys want to do some viewer mails? That game makes me mad. Honestly, it was really, like, I have to admit, I kind of wasn't enjoying myself. I was like tense. I was absolutely tense playing that game, and it was just bizarre. It's like I'm really trying to get a good score, and it was making my heart race, and I felt uncomfortable. So tell me what I'm missing about Donkey Kong Jr. I'm ready to buy a book or something. Like, go get like one of those 80s. I have one somewhere in this house. I was trying to find it actually, like how to win at video games. So, all right. So what do you guys want to do? I got some viewer. Actually, I want to show you guys this. I got my Edge magazine, and I'm in the current issue. Well, I guess it's the current issue in the U.S., the February 2015 issue. It has Uncharted on the cover. This is a UK magazine, and the U.S., you can buy this at Barnes & Noble, but I finally got my issue, and I got to see my little article here. Pretty cool, right? So I've had people tweeting me saying they got the magazine, but it's a two-page spread. It's actually a whole section here about collecting. It's actually about the U.S. arcade collecting scene. And so I have a two-page spread, and then this guy here, his name is Brendan Bailey. I don't know him. And then there's a guy here, Gary Vincent. Well, I do know him. He's from Fun Spot. And Pedro Perez, the Neo Geo specialist. I think I've met him, actually. I might know him, actually. I'm pretty sure I've met him. Yeah, whatever. And then, let's see, this guy, the veteran collector, Dave Walper in New York. So pretty cool. So if you guys are in the U.S., check out Barnes & Noble, Edge Magazine. It's actually a very well-written magazine. I actually love it. So, all right, enough of that. Let's move on. Let's do some viewer mail. And if you guys want to participate in the viewer mail segment, you got to email them to blkdog7@gmail.com. That's blackdog7@gmail.com. In the subject line, please put viewer mail. All right, this first one is from Patrice. It says, "Hi, John. My name is Patrice. I'm from Switzerland. So sorry for my bad English. Let me start by saying you're a very nice guy." Well, thanks, Patrice. "I wanted an arcade machine a very long time. excuse me, I just burped. And it's very difficult to get one here in Switzerland. Excuse me. My question is, if I find one, which would you choose as a start machine? A Mortal Kombat 1 or a Mario Brothers conversion or wide body? I like both games a lot. Thanks and greetings from Switzerland. All right, Patrice. Well, that's kind of a hard question for me to answer for you. I mean, which game do you like more? I mean, me personally, if I had to pick one, I would pick the Mario Brothers wide body, okay? Because that is one of my favorite games, okay? And I love that cabinet. However, the Mortal Kombat cabinet is very useful, okay? Now, if you're gonna only have one machine, the Mortal Kombat game is a JAMA cabinet, okay? So you can plug any JAMA PCB in there and play all kinds of games. So in theory, you could actually put Mario Brothers in there. You could buy yourself a arcade SD board or the 19-in-1. I think that has Mario Brothers. And you could plug that JAMA board into the Mortal Kombat and have both games. So I guess the question is this. Is this going to be your only cabinet, okay? Because if it is, I think the Mortal Kombat's going to be a little more useful because you can keep the Mortal Kombat PCB in there, maybe get yourself a JAMA switcher and have a multi-board, and you could switch from Mortal Kombat and the multi-board, and bam, you've got yourself all kinds of gaming fun. So I'm going to go with Mortal Kombat 1 if it's going to be the only game. But if you're looking to collect a whole bunch of games, I think the Mario Brothers wide body is going to be the rarer game, too, of the two. I think. So, hope I answered your question. All right, the next one here is from Chris. It says, John, I was wondering if you had suggestions for an acceptable replacement for a Wiko 8-way leaf joysticks that is readily available. The Wikos for me are getting a bit hard to find in the wild, and I just acquired an X-Men 4-player cabinet, and it looks like someone blindly stabbed at the contact points on the switches and busted a few of the leads. Love the show, by the way. Keep up the great work. Thank you, Chris. All right, so and by the way, there's a follow-up here. It says, I guess I can just purchase new old stock replacements for the leaf switch itself. Still would like to know if you have any recommendations for a replacement joystick. Okay, so the new old stock leaf switches that are on the Wiko joysticks are actually very expensive. Like 20 bucks a piece, 25. Milestar at Arcade Fix-It sells the replacement leaf switches, okay? And I don't think he has many left at all because this topic came up recently on Clove. I've actually purchased some from him a few years ago. And someone was looking for the switches and I said, hey, Milestar has them. And next thing you know, someone went and bought like 20 of them from him. So the new old stock ones, the switches themselves are getting hard to find. They do make reproduction leaf switches that you can use. And I think Arcade Adventures, I'm pretty positive, Arcade Adventures, look up that website. They have reproduction switches, okay? So if you have an old Wiko joystick and the switches are broken or worn out and you want to replace those, go to Arcade Adventures. I'm pretty sure they have reproduction leaf switches, and I think Mike's Arcade might too. Now, if you want an entire new joystick, well, you could try to find an original Wiko on eBay. Might take you a while, you might pay a lot of money, but I did some research for you, and I've never had to buy a reproduction 8-way ever. I've been lucky that I've always been able to get original Wiko joysticks, and that's what I have in my games that require them. However, there is a website called groovygamegear.com. groovygamegear.com. It's actually a great website. I've ordered stuff from there before. Actually, they made the reproduction Tron joystick handle, and I've ordered that. That is from there, and I had that on my Disatron too. But they have a reproduction Wiko joystick that they call the Dominix 8. The Dominix 8, okay? And it's at groovygamegear.com. It's not cheap. It's $46.95. They have all kinds of different balls and tops that you can get. So you can get a ball top or a bat top. They have different kinds of restrictors. They have 4-way and none. They have shaft length, short for metal and long for wood. So this joystick looks great, actually. And I read up on it, and some guys at Arcade Controls were talking about it, and they say that if you're looking for Robotron joysticks, this might be the one to get. And $46.95 Dominic's 8 joystick at groovygamegear.com. I don't know. It doesn't look bad to me. I would consider that if I was in a pinch. And I think that the guys that made this joystick really went out of their way to kind of capture the feel of the original Wiko joysticks. So, all right, Chris. Hope I helped you. Okay, the next email is from Frederick Porter. John, firstly, I wanted to say thank you. This is from Dr. P, by the way. Firstly, I wanted to say thank you for introducing me to the wonderful, wonderful world of gas station eggs. I agree that Eggland's Best are by far the superior egg, and my egg of choice. Recently, I had an experience at a local gas station where they had the 4-pack of Eggland Best hard-boiled eggs. I had never seen this before. Usually it's only with the 2-pack, which is what I usually buy every morning. While the freshness was still there, it seemed like there was a lot more egg juice. I don't like the wet eggs. Neither do I, dude. I don't like egg juice in my eggs. What are your thoughts? Do you like your eggs wet? No. Or a little drier? Yes. I also had a terrible experience with pickled eggs. I thought it was just a jar of hard-boiled eggs, but they were pickled and the yolks were all green. Gross. All right, Dr. P. First of all, I've never had a pickled egg, ever. I've seen them. They look really disgusting. And by the way, if you're wondering right now why we're talking about eggs, I don't know, it's become kind of a joke. Because I've mentioned a couple times that well, in the morning, I'm in a hurry, and I usually don't have time to make breakfast here. So I usually stop at the convenience store, the gas station, and I buy hard-boiled eggs. And I eat that for breakfast almost every single morning, okay? And they sell Eggland's Best hard-boiled eggs, okay? Now, this is the 6-pack, all right? There's 6 in here. And at the gas station, they sell the same thing, but with 2 eggs in it. Now, Dr. P says at the gas station he saw one that had 4 eggs in it. And I've never seen that configuration. I've only seen the 6 and the 2. But in general, I think that this is a very good experience. And I know Joe from Arcade Outsiders likes to make fun of me about the gas station eggs, saying that I'm going to be dying soon. But listen, man, the ingredients in here are eggs. That's it. Processed in citric acid and sodium benzoate. So what does that mean? It's some kind of salt solution? But you know what? I like the hard-boiled eggs, and you know what? I don't like making them. I don't. I don't like making them. When I make the hard-boiled eggs, it's a pain in the ass, and a lot of times the shell sticks, and you're sitting there for like 10 minutes trying to get the shell off. These are a good time, man, and they're tasty. And you know what? We're gonna enjoy an egg. Dr. P, I'm gonna have an egg just for you. So here we go. Oh, look at that perfect yolk. That's a good time. And then, when Greg was out here, we went up to Fun Spot, and he exposed me to soy sauce on the gas station eggs. Never tried that before. It was interesting. I think I prefer the salt, though. But, it was a good time. It really is. So yes, Dr. P, I agree with you. These Eggland eggs are the best. And you can see this is a 6-pack, and there is a little bit of egg juice in there. They're not too wet, though. But that is the perfect snack to me. All natural. I'm sure you guys are going to tell me that citric acid and sodium benzoate. It says it was processed. It's not an ingredient. The ingredient is egg. Then it says in parentheses, processed in citric acid and sodium benzoate. Anyway, yes, I like gas station eggs. All right. Anyway, he did have an arcade question. You want to hear it? Anyway, I should probably ask an arcade question. I have been working on building a custom Street Fighter 4 cabinet and plan on building a Street Fighter 5 cabinet when the game comes out. But I've been having problems getting the coin mechs to fully function with the software in the computer. I have seen certain versions of the iPack that have this functionality built in. However, I was hoping there was an easier way to do it Any info would be great. Thanks again and keep up the great work, Dr. Pete. Well, are you doing, is this MAME are we talking about MAME? I'm not sure what you're talking about. I'm assuming MAME because you mentioned the JPAC. So, all right, so MAME essentially is you use a keyboard, really, to activate it, right? And I think is one coin up? I think when you press the number 1, it coins up. There's some key. So you need to look in your configuration setting and see what button makes the coin fire. And if you don't use a JPAC, you almost have to hack a keyboard and run the wires that go to that button to your switches on the coin door. I don't know any other way to do that because, you know, back in the day, MAME, that's how they did it. Guys would take keyboards apart and they would solder wires to where the buttons go and then run that to their joystick and all that. And so basically if you hit that switch, you're activating the button on the keyboard. But I don't know any other way to do that besides the JPAC. And so I don't know. I really don't know. I think you need to hack a keyboard. I think that's the answer if you don't use the JPAC. I mean, how else can you get the wires to it? Maybe someone knows. If you guys know if I'm wrong, maybe you can reply in the comments of this video and see if you can help him out. So anyway, Dr. P, and yes, gas station names, good time. All right, the next one here is from Pakorn Sripiak. Hey John, I've been your subscriber since 2011. I actually really like your Gyrus Restore series and the Journey Restore series. I have a couple of questions to ask you. Have you ever considered getting a jukebox in the basement, either a vinyl or a CD one? And number 2, what is the screen that you have above Tron? And even put a screenshot there with a circle around that little unidentified screen. All right, so first things first. Have I ever considered getting a jukebox in the basement? Yes. And actually, I had a jukebox. I had an old row jukebox. It was like the one you would see at Pizza Hut in the 70s. It was not a very attractive jukebox by any means, but it kind of had that retro cheesiness to it. But it wasn't like a classic 50s one that you saw like in Happy Days. So it was like a 70s rose that kind of lit up red on the bottom. And I got that for free from an operator. Actually, it was the raid that we did where I got the Neo Geo and the dartboard and the Dragon Spirit. And the operator said, hey, listen, you know, this thing's been here for like 2 years. Some woman dropped it off here. We never fixed it. If you want it, just take it. So I put the jukebox in my garage. And I had every intention of fixing it and bringing it down here. And at some point, it was like the writing's on the wall. This thing's never coming down here. I have no room. And then I tried giving the jukebox away. And I tried for 6 months to get rid of that jukebox. Nobody wanted it. No one would come near it. It was dead weight in my garage. I had it on Craigslist for like $50 or something. No one, no bites. No one wanted that freaking jukebox. It was an absolute liability. And eventually a friend of mine took it and he brought his truck here and we put it in. I said, see you later. So no. I probably will never bring a jukebox down here. Not because I don't want one, because I do think they're super cool, but I don't have the room for it. And I've had a lot of people ask me like how I play music down here. Well, on my desk over there, I've got studio monitors, and I just crank those. They're loud as hell. So when I have parties, I typically go on Pandora, and I'll just play. I'll play like a Bon Jovi, station or something, and something 80s Journey. And I'll just crank the monitors and it fills up the whole basement real nice. And then that screen that's above me right here, well, that's a picture frame. That is a digital picture frame that I loaded up with pictures from my parties. And it's just a cheapo picture frame. It was like, I don't know, $40 and I put an SD card in it and it just cycles through pictures. I put some neon signs up there and stuff on the SD card. But you guys have asked me about that before and I've explained what it is, so. All right, guys, I think we're done with this video, so why don't we get out of here? So this is my midweek video. This is a bonus video, and I hope you guys liked it. This weekend, I'm trying to figure out what I want to do. I want to do something techie, I think. I don't want to do any gameplay videos this weekend. So I want to fix something. I have 2 ideas. You guys tell me what you want to do. We can work on the Mad Planets and rebuild the power supply, or if the weather is somewhat decent, like if it's even close to 50 degrees, I'm thinking about going in the garage and seeing if we can get the jump bug to work, okay? So what do you guys want to do this weekend? You want to work on the jump bug in the garage if the weather's good. If it's like 50 degrees, I'll turn the heater on and we'll go out there and see if we can get the jump bug working. Because I remember I got that jump bug in the garage and it doesn't work. The monitor comes on, but I think the power supply is dead. So if you guys want to do that, let me know. Or we can rebuild the Mad Planet's power supply. What sounds fun to you? What do you think? Or if you got some other idea, let me know. So anyway, that's it for this video. If you've never subscribed to my channel, now's a great time. Go ahead and click subscribe. And then also, I release I release new videos on Sundays and sometimes in between. This is an in-between one. And I guess, again, click subscribe. We still have the t-shirt campaign going on. That's going to be over in like 10 days. So if you guys want a t-shirt, you got to buy it, because once this campaign's over, that shirt's not going to be available anymore. So if you want to support the channel, if you guys want to support me, buy a shirt. Go to teespring.com/johnsarcade, teespring.com/johnsarcade, and Teespring is kind of like Kickstarter for t-shirts. You know, you set a goal. Once you meet the goal, the shirts get made. We set the goal at 59 shirts, and right now we're at about 175 or something. So I'd love to get to 200 shirts, guys. So we've got about 10 days or so, I think. So go get your shirt at teespring.com/johnsarcade. And also, I want to tell you guys, the Kill Screen CD, in the last video, do you remember I told you guys I sent 10 CDs to CD Baby? I sent 10 CDs last week. They sold out in one day. They're out of stock again. They were in stock like yesterday, and all 10 of them sold instantly. And I want to thank you guys, because it's nuts, okay? And it kind of blew my mind. So I have to send them more CDs. And here's the deal, though. I don't have any. I only have like, I don't know, 30 CDs left or something like that. So this is the end. I don't know what to do. I mean, if I sell out of what I have, do I make more CDs? Is there demand for that? I don't know. I mean, the second Kill Screen CD is going to be done soon this year. It'd be kind of nice to have the first and the second that we could sell as a bundle or something. Maybe Matt and I can autograph them or something. So I don't know. But yeah, so thanks guys for buying the Kill Screen CDs, because they're all gone right now on Amazon and CD Baby. So I'll be sending more this week, and we'll see what happens. There is a waiting list. If you go to cdbaby.com, it'll say that, and look up the Kill Screens, it'll say the CD's out of stock, and then you can get on the waiting list. So when the inventory gets there again, you'll get one. And the CDs are $9.99 plus shipping. And you can also get the MP3 album on Amazon and iTunes, and it's also on Spotify. So anyway, all right, that's it. Check out my podcast, videogameoutsiders.com and arcadeoutsiders.com. I'm done talking. We're out of here. All right, guys, later and bye.